Welcome into our FBA Sunday Game of the Week. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey. Alongside us is Mark King, and Jerry Pettit is out there somewhere, and we miss him a lot today. But our Sunday night game of the week is the Tampa Gunners, who are on a 2-0 run in their last 2 weeks of play. They've won 2 of their last 4 games. And the Claremont Crocs, who need to win this one in order to clinch some playoff berth. Alvin, what do you like about both of these teams?
Well, both teams coming off of some crazy victories. Claremont to be the biggest victory of them all, coming off of a win versus the Flight, and in that one they just played stout for 4 quarters. And on the other end, the Gunners, they beat the Pride 2 times in a row, which is hard to do. Something that they're able to just take advantage, use their guys wisely, and there's a lot of stars on this Tampa Gunners team offensively. Now, how will they handle this Croc defense? You have the Lunatics, you have a lot of things going well for this defense that the Croc has. Cornelius Reynolds does his thing. Kenny Long, a lot of stars on this Croc team. They're 7-3, and they're just one of those teams where it's tough to beat.
Mercer Jr. wanted to start off the game with a 3. Malik Watson the rebound. Mercer Jr. again. Off the front side. Finlay, right elbow. That one just rims out. And another rebound. Ashley Thomas, right corner. Every shot is missed so far. The Gunners get another rebound. What a way to start off a game, and a turnover. Kenny Long fouled the transition by Dylan King, and that's how we're going to start off this game, Alvin.
Well, how about Finlay moving in transition, hooking them up and putting them down again. But love that for the Gunners, getting multiple attempts at the basket, but that's very uncharacteristic of this Croc team, typically pulling down about 58 rebounds per game, out rebounding them by 7.
Reynolds misses that one. Toyloy the rebound. Clark, who was out last week, will get the start in this one, and now he'll pull up and he'll hit. So your starting lineups for the Winter Park Storm, or excuse me, not the Winter Park Storm, the Tampa Gunners. Mercer Jr. flipping it in, so Daryl Mercer Jr. for 2. Dylan King, Ashley Thomas, Kamali Finlay, and Malik Watson in for the Claremont Crocs. Kyle Clark, who will turn around and try to hit the jumper. Can it get it to fall? Kyle Clark, Cody Hoth, Kenny Long, Steve Toyloy, the big man down low, and their leading scorer is Cornelius Reynolds on the floor. Ashley Thomas up top. Now Mercer Jr. towing the line. Good on the 3.
Oh, man, that's a bad man. Mercer Jr. doing it all offensively. In his past few weeks, he's just exploded.
Long the pump fake, now up and banks it in.
Just a phenomenal job getting guys involved early.
It's a 4-0 game. Nobody down low. Kenny Long banking it in again.
Kenny Long gets to the rack with such aggression, it's hard to block.
It's a 6-5 game. Kenny Long with 4 of Claremont's 6 points so far. Reynolds to the left. Shot up, no good. And Dylan King the rebound. Here is Daryl Mercer Jr.
Jesse, I got to acknowledge the matchups we're going to see. Daryl Mercer, Kenny Long is a great matchup. Malik Watson and Cornelius Reynolds, another phenomenal matchup. Finlay and Cody Hall is another good matchup. However, Finlay has the beef on that one.
And Steve Toyloy against Dylan King down low.
Steve Toyloy has the beef on that one. I want to. It's selfish of me, but I want to see Steve Toiloy and Finlay go at it. I know Finlay is more of a wing player. Steve Toiloy is more of a post presence. But for some odd reason, I just want to see beef on beef, skill on skill. Montel Williams coming in, a prolific scorer for this Claremont team. Averages about 15 points per game, and he at one point was averaging a double-double with assists, but now averaging about 7 assists, which is not bad at all.
And Malik Watson couldn't get that one to fall. A 6-5 game.
Malik Watson, one of those guys for his team that just, you cannot talk enough good about him. His motor is relentless. He's one of those guys you can just count on to give you effort, give you second chance points, give you buckets when need be, give you steals when need be. A true leader for this team, and he leads by example.
So here's Montel Williams with a new fresh fade to the right side. Kyle Clark couldn't make the three. And here's Thomas, fast break, 3-on-2. Malik Watson down low, and he makes the layup. Malik Watson with his first 2 of the ball game.
Wow, and how about that? A tray bomb from Cornelius Reynolds to answer.
So now a 9-8 ball game. Daryl Mercer Jr., another 3.
With the arrow up to the sky, Daryl Mercer is one of those shooters.
And Cornelius Reynolds puts that one through on the other side.
Some guys can just flat out hoop, and Mercer Jr. is one of those guys.
Dylan King, Ashley Thomas. That one's no good. Kenny Long now going the other direction. 7.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Clark. Now Long pump fakes. Back up top, back to Long. Quick pass back, Long. Over Finlay, hits the shot, saw the mismatch.
That's a great shot. And a shot like that really sets you up later on, because now when he has that mismatch, he's gonna have to close out on him a little harder, and that gives him the advantage going downhill.
On the left side, Mercer Jr. tangled up, and he tried to throw it off of Long, but he saved it. Montel Williams ahead of the pack. Couldn't bank it in.
The exact situation you would want, is not able to execute.
Mercer Jr. up top, good.
Just so elite from the mid-range and from beyond the arc. That really is Tampa's version of Elliot Glegg. Sharp shooter, put the ball on the ground, facilitate, true superstar.
That ball taken away by the Gunners. Mercer Jr. setting his feet. And a timeout taken on the floor. 13-13, we're all tied up. This is the Sunday FBA Game of the Week, presented by Poly Wealth Management. to 13, 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Thomas, quick pass to the left. Watson from the left wing. Finlay goes inside on Turner. Couldn't get that one to fall. And a shot clock violation. Led by the firm defense of Daniel Luna.
Just gotta love it. They bring so much fire and passion to this Croc organization. Right there, you see the first of presumably many shot clock violations forced by the Claremont Crocs.
So or some talking between these two teams. This is going to be a fiery game, I already know, and I'm super excited for it, Alvin.
Jesse, 6 minutes left in the first quarter. We already have our first explosion of passion. Gotta love it. I love it. Dwayne Wade. Oh, how about that, Jesse?
What just happened?
Technical. It seems.
I was more focused on how earlier we were saying it was sun that was out, birds are chirping, and now tropical storm depression. So the head coach got a technical foul. Oh my.
5:58 left in the first quarter. Passion is boiling over.
Still a 13-13 game. 13-14-13, excuse me. Six minutes to play in the first quarter. Still some chirping going on.
Oh, Jesse, the chirping's not going to stop.
It's only halfway through the first quarter.
Chirping does not stop. And I love it.
We'll make sure if, you know, anything boils up, we'll have all camera angles on it.
I got popcorn ready.
You always have popcorn ready. Ladies and gentlemen out there who are listening, watching from wherever you are, Alvin and popcorn equals symbiosis is what we learned in math class at the Jer Bear Academy.
True harmony.
Yin and yang. Mercer Jr., left side. The fadeaway is good. He swishes it through the net. He's got 12 points.
He's a bucket getter with the Kobe's on. I just hope one day to get a popcorn deal. I think that's when I know I've made it in my life.
Williams, cross court. Reynolds firing a three. Fouled beyond the arc.
Jesse, you cannot foul a three-point shooter. Even though Cornelius Reynolds is sporting some new kicks, still cannot afford to foul him from beyond the arc. He does a phenomenal job for this 7-3 Croc team, averaging about 25.5 points, 11.5 rebounds per game, shooting pretty well from the field at 44%. Don't want to talk about his free throw percentage just yet, but also get this 2 steals per game on the defensive end. So someone who you can count on both ends of the court, a true superstar for this team.
First 2 go in. And now one more. And that one is good.
Definitely going to help the percentage, shooting about 63% from the charity stripe.
And a foul on the floor, we could hear that one from here.
Finlay so strong, and he's way quicker than anticipated. That man can get up and down that court with a quickness, averaging about 13.5 points per game and 9.5 rebounds per game. Close to a double-double, but just so deceptive with his dribble. Can get anywhere he wants on the court, and he has the size to bang with the biggest of them.
Thomas stops on a dime, now shoots over Reynolds.
That was great defense.
Turner the rebound. Reynolds, right side. Couldn't bank it in. Under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. And the foul on Daniel Luna. Luna a little bit upset with that call.
Definitely.
It was on the floor.
Good call, though.
Yep. Thomas, King. He hits that one from the right side. Long three by Ashley Thomas, who's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a bucket if I ever seen one. Great shot by Ashley Thomas.
Up top left side, Clark off the front. A 19-16 game and a turnover.
This Gunner team has really battled so far early in this game with one of the premier teams in this league. So definitely trying to prove that those 2 wins against the Pride were no mistake, as it's a literal hurricane outside.
Wow! This is the first for me. I think this is... Yeah, it is coming down outside, Alvin.
Yeah, I just looked over to see what your facial expression was. We have a delay of game on black, but that does not take away from the fact that it's
tropical
down.
depressioning outside, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what the proper term is for it.
Yeah, it's a tropical depression, yeah. Coming around soon. I don't know what they named her this time, but you know, something pretty and not like Deathtron 3000.
Yeah, that.
Please evacuate.
As soon as I hear that, I am hightailing it back to California.
They should call it Megatron 11 or something. Like, yeah, everyone's getting out.
There you go.
Your name is Susie. Yeah, you know, I'm not necessarily gonna make
cute
me
and all. Fred, yeah, I really haven't been afraid of any Freds in my lifetime. A travel on the Crocs.
So that rips off your ceiling.
Well, there you go. So right now the Crocs are tied, or excuse me, the Tampa Gunners are tied with are a game ahead, half game ahead of the Winter Park Storm in the standings.
This is going to be the biggest challenge for the Gunners so far.
The Gunners have actually won 3 of their last games, Alvin.
They're on an upward trend. Let's see if they can hold true against one of the premier teams in the league.
Toyloy down low, called for a travel.
And that's a good job by Finlay, banging with Steve Toyloy. He's one of those guys that are just so strong, averaging 18 and 18. Oh man, and 2.5 blocks per game. Just an absolute nuke on the block.
Up top, Thomas will try another 3. Cody Haas doing a great job of boxing out on the right side. He has the rebound.
Love that matchup. Malik Watson could guard 1 through 5.
Inside, no. Haas. Up top, made the shot and drew the foul.
It's a good job getting Danny up and drawing that foul early on, trying to get guys in foul trouble early. Fantastic job of Cody Holt understanding where he is on the court, who's guarding him. He does a fantastic job.
Cody Haas had a career game last week. Season high and team high, 27 points. So he makes the free throw. 27 points, 11 of 23 from the field. Had 7 rebounds and a steal as well. Was 5 of 9 from beyond the arc, Alvin.
Absolutely blew out his season, his regular season averages 14 points per game. Absolutely annihilated that. 7 rebounds per game, dominated that as well. Absolutely a career game for him.
Danny Rodriguez off to the right side.
You want to see if he'll get another one.
I see what you did there. 19-19, and a timeout taken on the floor with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. In the first quarter, if you're just joining us, this is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management. We're all tied up. And Finlay will run the point. I'm surprised you haven't commented on his pants yet, Alvin.
I honestly didn't think he was wearing pants. I thought those were spandex.
Oh my. Finlay spinning in on Toyloy. No good. Malik Watson going over the top and grabbing the rebound. There's a fight on the floor for it. The Crocs recover. Here's Kenny Long going the other direction. It's a 2-on-2. And it's swatted away by Mercer Jr., rising to the occasion, literally.
How about Daryl Mercer
Finlay over Steve Toyloy.
Wow.
That could be a good matchup.
Wow. Yes. Yes, it is. Steve Toyloy, Finlay, and Mercer playing such good defense on Kenny Long. Wow, we're going to have a great game.
And you're avidly shaking your head, yes.
Too
and a foul down low.
Small to guard Steve Toyloy. Malik Watson is phenomenal. He does a lot of things very well, but Steve Toyloy he's 280 pounds, Jesse. That's just not something you could tell Malik Watson to do. Malik Watson coming in at about 166. He has him by 100. Jesse, that is a lot of beef. That is a lot of beef.
It's a big boy.
He has him by
unbelievable
by 5 inches and about 120 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
That's a whole human.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's crazy when you compare Steve Toyloy to people like his measurements.
Yes.
Finlay definitely has Kenny Long's pants on though.
Low. Right side blocked by Cody Hoth.
It's a block party. And Cody Hoth has just made a late arrival.
And you were invited.
Oh, we're coming late.
Matt Richardson.
It's another
fadeaway. Shot clock violation, a turnover on the Tampa Gunners, who average 17.4 turnovers per game. Not the worst we've seen in the league. A lot of teams actually in the 20s, which, you know, not necessarily the best. Cody Hoff catch and shoot. And Richardson going full speed the other direction. Backcourt violation.
Just lost the hand a little bit. Not able to get that one under his control. Went back across the timeline once again. But that's definitely something we're not accustomed to seeing. Two teams that are below 20 turnovers. How about this matchup? Kenny Long and Matt Richardson. Look at Matt Richardson.
Right side, Luna off the mark on that one. Luna, a quick fire back up to the top. Long, down low. One dribble to Steve Toyloy, who throws it down.
That's a bad man. Steve Toyloy, you give it to him when the shot clock's going down because you know he can do just that. Steve Diesel.
Reggie Lowe firing a long three and swishing it through.
Wow. When Tampa's hitting like this, it is gonna be difficult to beat.
24 up, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Long, a pump fake, now right side to Toyloy. Taken away by Matt Richardson. Richardson, kick ball on Cody Hoff.
But you love this about both of these teams. This matchup is going to be phenomenal. The Gunners like to run out. We just saw them run out on that last possession. However, on that same very possession, you see the Crocs getting back. So it's going to be who can dominate the transition.
Ten seconds to go in the first quarter. Richardson trying to get around Long. He goes left. 1 second to go, fades away. It's an air ball. And that will do it for our first quarter of action. When we return, 3 more quarters in the FBA Sunday Game of the Week presented by Poly Wealth Management. Now here in the second quarter of action, 24-24. From the left block, here's Clark to Toyloy. Reynolds left side, the jab step in on Malik Watson. This is a good matchup. He tries to spin it up. And Danny Rodriguez the rebound. Reggie Lowe full speed other side. Flicks it in. That was an acrobatic layup inside by Reggie Lowe, who's now got 5 points.
That was a bucket by Reggie Lowe. The European two-step with the right-handed flick. Reggie Lowe doing what he does.
Steve Toyloy powering it in down on the other side.
On the other end, Steve Toyloy just so efficient on that block, shooting at about 72% from the field. An absolute bucket.
And an offensive foul. That one goes against Dylan King. So Reggie Lowe, our resident Rajon Rondo lookalike. How about that? A lot of your lookalikes are in this game, Alvin. Cody Haas, mid-range baseline jumper from the left side.
So we got DJ Khaled talking with the officials. We got Rondo checking the ball in.
And I guess he's actually not here today, but Jason Rousseau, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, as you like to call him.
The Fresh Prince is not, he's in West Philadelphia because that's where he was born and raised, on the playground. That's where he spent most of his days. That's why he's not here.
Reggie Lowe, a catch and shoot again, off to the right side. Lowe shooting the three at 25%.
This is a good matchup defensively.
Clark against Malik Watson, and Watson wins that battle. Toyloy the rebound, and he puts it back in. Toyloy with 8 points.
So efficient.
Cody Haas the steal. Inside, Long, out to Reynolds, towing the line. Watson the rebound. Underneath, right side Low. Off the mark on that one. And inside, Cody Haas puts it through. It's a 32-26 game. And a timeout taken on the floor by the Tampa Gunners. They need to quell whatever Crocs run that they have going. (32-26) is the score, with 9 minutes and 53 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Alvin, what are you liking so far?
I'm loving the defensive presence we're seeing on both ends. It's really a chess match for both of these teams. However, Claremont clearly has a slight advantage, but the Gunners are just playing with pure will and heart.
Rodriguez down low, a block and a travel.
That was a great aggression attacking the seam, but you know, sometimes you can go a little too far for your own ability. You want to get there and you want to get to a point where you could get rid of it or shoot it, you know. But that's a great attack, just, you know, the finish wasn't where you wanted if you're the Gunners. However, for the Claremont Crocs, phenomenal job funneling him into the middle where your help is coming, knowing that you could steal that ball or force a turnover.
32-26. And a turnover by the Crocs.
The harassing defense of Matt Richardson, the former Tiger, pounding Montel Williams.
Left side, Coffee. Now into the right corner, Reggie Lowe. Good job with the handles, dribbling through traffic. And he can get inside with the best of them.
Love when he's aggressive and abandons the three. Right there, you see him getting a bucket, and it looks so easy.
Mo Williams, other side, no. And Lowe the rebound again. 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. Rodriguez misses the three. And another turnover by the Crocs.
It was just a little too high. But that's a good look.
Up top, there's Coffee. And Turner rising to get the rebound.
Turner's just very aggressive. Love how he plays the game of basketball. Averaging about 8 and 6, and he does so on a basically defensive standpoint.
Williams with the fadeaway jumper. Montel Williams, with his first 2 points of the game, had 14 in their last game. Led the team in assists with 9, but the dinger for him was the 4 turnovers.
As a primary ball handler, that's something you want to limit. True turnovers. This is a good matchup. Beef on beef.
Finlay, the turnaround was no good. Turner, another rebound. So Nicholas Turner standing at 6'8", 210 pounds. Williams, another three, and Rodriguez, the rebound. Other direction. Low, the bounce pass. Rodriguez, his first take inside this season is good.
Good job attacking the windows of this defense and getting a nice little flip up to go in.
Good on the three by Montel Williams.
Montel Williams is a baller. Right there, you see exactly what that means.
Fast break, other side fouled, and Matt Richardson made the shot.
Attacking in transition is going to be the name of the game when you have guys like Matt Richardson, Coffee, and Reggie Lowe in at your wings. A lot of explosive power, a lot of speed coming in for this Gunner team, and you see Matt Richardson electrify the transition.
Richardson might have traded shorts with Finlay.
Definitely. Actually, I think those are Coffee shorts because he doesn't have the Gunner shorts, so he definitely should look for them in Finlay's locker.
37-33 the score. And a foul. Seven minutes and 10 seconds to play in the second quarter. Tampa Gunners trying to prolong their win streak. Williams again for three. And Turner eating boards down low.
That's what he's here to do. Aggressive, stir the pot, and right there, just making his money.
Williams again, no. And a foul.
That's not something you want to see. Montel Williams chucking up multiple threes. His three-point percentage is not terrible, however, he's a facilitator, and you want to see him move the basketball around, get guys involved, and do what he does best.
.652 to play in the second quarter. 37-33. Mo Williams. That one goes on the floor.
That's a good, strong take by Cornelius Reynolds.
Reynolds through traffic. Stepped out. .643 to play in the second quarter. It's a 33-point game for the Tampa Gunners and a 37-point game for the Claremont Crocs. Left side, Thomas for three. High arcing shot like Iguodala, and Billingsley the rebound.
Billingsley's done so much for them offensively.
The putback is good.
Billingsley is a nice spark for this Croc team, but then Nicholas Turner doing what he does best. That's putting offensive glass to the test.
Finlay fouled as he was going up for that one.
Finlay does extremely well in the transition, especially when he has the ball. A true point forward.
You love yourself a good point forward.
I think the game of basketball loves a point forward. It's a bigger guy who has vision. He can put the ball on the floor, and then he can push the pace. It puts guys in situations, because typically in most defenses, generic standpoint, you'll have a guard be the one who's racing back to stop that first action. Now, if you have a point forward who's pushing the pace, now you have a big guy with a head of steam and a guard who's typically going to be smaller trying to stop him. So definitely something you love to see.
Finlay with 4 points, a 39-35 game. Halfway through the second quarter. The turnover, Reggie Lowe ahead of the pack, plays it in.
Great job on the defense, turning defense into offense and executing in transition. This is going to be a defensive game.
Mo Williams out beyond the arc. A pass to the right corner. Both Luna twins are in.
The Lunatics.
Timon and Pumbaa as the fadeaway by Mo Williams goes.
With the true fader off balance, Mo Williams has been in the gym putting up shots.
And Matt Richardson going in and is fouled. A 41-37 game.
And that's just a great take by Matt Richardson. He got it to go. but unable to get the call in the air. Did not see that as a continuation.
Thomas. Left side. Mercer Jr. Reggie Lowe again. Now bounces over the top. All right, Alvin, 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. A 4-point lead for the Claremont Crocs. Both Luna twins are in. Which one do you have this week? Scoring more points than the other.
Wow, okay. So I think last time, I think I was with Daniel.
No, you took David. I had Daniel.
I think I got to go with Daniel then.
You got Daniel this week? All right. David, don't let me down.
What are the stats looking like?
Zeros for both of them as of now. There's still a lot of gameplay left. Coffee for 3.
Until Daniel starts lighting up the scoreboard, tickling all kinds of twine as he takes a nice tumble.
Here we go. 2-pointer on the way. Missed it. Down low, Billingsley. Turner the rebound, and Turner the putback.
3 shots at the basket. Turner coming away with that final one.
No wipe up his spot on the floor on that one.
Daniel Luna decided to take a nice little tumble.
You know, he went outside, did a little rain dance, came back in. That was a class taught at Jerry Bear Academy.
Yeah.
Rain dancing.
Definitely.
You know, normal schools, they teach, you know, like ballet or, you know, contemporary.
Boring.
We did rain dancing.
Yeah, and it's working. You know, we got a lot of guys in Florida doing the rain dance, and right now, you see what's happening outside.
Yeah. That class was taught by Mark King, but I unfortunately took it the semester after he taught it.
Wow.
So I didn't get the moves that he has.
Wow. So you got the rain dance, but you got like a B- rain dance versus Mark Fedoras.
I got a C+ in that class. Reggie Lowe left side hitting the long 2.
With a rain dance of his own, making it rain from the mid-range.
What movie is that where it's someone, oh man, it'll come to me in a sec, but there's someone who just keeps throwing up shots. I think it's against Ben Stiller. He just keeps clanking it, and he keeps yelling, rain dance!
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Boom, and it hits off the backboard. Yeah, like a bunch of times.
They keep getting a board. It's like a 2-on-2 in like the street. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of that movie.
Billingsley inside, can't get that one to fall. Mercer Jr. ahead of the pack, gets all the way through.
He's aggressive, he's quick, and he's lanky. Mercer Jr. knows how to get to the rack, and he knows how to finish. Right there, no exception.
A 2-point lead for the Crocs. And an offensive foul.
Now the Lunatics are going to have their piece of Daryl Mercer.
Well, got some talking going on between Mercer and the Luna Twins.
Love the passion they display. Just a little chirping going on, but they better be careful because you do not want Daryl Mercer Jr. getting activated. He's a problem child when it comes to the scoreboard. Definitely knows how to put the basketball in the bucket.
Dylan King, mid-range, no good. Cody Hoff, other direction. Here's Jordan Denawa. Turns it over to Mercer Jr. Mercer, the spin around 3. Just rims out. He wanted that one to fall. Under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. That's a turnover from Cornelius Reynolds. Lowe stepping back for 3. No good. And Lowe pulls down the rebound. Lowe, right side, getting fancy. Finlay, the Euro step inside. And Reynolds the rebound.
Great effort, great move. 10-cent finish.
To the left, Cody Hoth. Denawa now with a big rebound there. Kenny Long will line it up from 3. He doesn't take a lot of them. Inside, Cody Hoth can't make the third chance, and Dylan King the rebound.
That's a great show by Finlay, showing his hands, jumping straight up, forcing a difficult shot by Cody Hoth.
So shot made there by Reggie Lowe.
Daryl Mercer Jr. looking at us while we will look at him.
I'm looking at his shoes.
The Kobe Beans on. That's why he plays so well this stretch. He got the Kobe Beans laced up. FAMU colors. The FAMU colors. Another HBCU representing well. The snakeskin. Oh, me, oh, my.
And having a lot of fun in the FBA. It's an off-ball foul.
So the shot does not count because the ball was still in his hand. That hurts. A split second too late.
Claremont Crocs still have the lead. If that happened a half a second later, then it would have been, the shot would have counted and they would have had the lead. Toiloy eating down low.
Shaking his head too. They're too little. They're just too little for him.
I mean, so are we.
100%, but we're not playing with them. Let's not talk about that.
Mid-range jumper from the left side by Malik Watson is good.
Love how Malik Watson's game has improved throughout the year. Now being able to knock down that 15-footer baseline shot consistently has just really opened a lot of doors for him.
Clark from straight away. And King the rebound, 1.5 minutes to go. Finlay inside, knocked around, and it goes out off of the Crocs.
Phenomenal job by the Crocs to pinch him in the paint. Finlay does such a good job throwing his weight around right now. Seems he's met his match with Steve Toiloy and the gang down low.
Up top, Mercer, good! A switch through the net as he watches it sail through with a sweet flush sound.
Just tickles the twine after a great closeout by Cody Hoth nonetheless. That was fantastic defense, channeling his inner Mamba.
Clark pushed down to the ground.
Laying down, taking a quick nap, trying to recharge, because you know what he has to do. This is going to be a game.
46-45, the Gunners have the lead by 1. Mercer Jr. has been a spark plug for this Tampa Gunners team. 21 points per game is his total, 40% from the field. And this is a guy that shoots. And he had 23 points in their last game play, 3 rebounds. Went 2 of 7 from beyond the arc and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. How about a plus-minus of +20 in that one for you, Alvin?
Daryl Mercer Jr. is an absolute star of this league, and he's just been a sight for sore eyes for this Tampa Gunners team. As soon as he came and started really coming into his own, you see them start lighting up the win column. Just a real superstar, plays the game the right way, and he works on his game. A very skilled player, can shoot the ball very well, and just flat out plays the game correctly.
Let's listen in to Reggie.
Yes, sir. Now, correction on the foul call. It's not going to be on 55. It's going to be on black 1.
So it goes against Kamali'i Finlay. I'm pretty sure it was because of his shorts.
Just too tight.
I'm not positive, but I have insight. Ball knocked away. Toiloy trying to recover. Taken away underneath by Malik Watson. Malik Watson in a 4-on-1 has that one knocked out of bounds by Cody Hoth. Great job by the Crocs getting back there on defense.
They just swarmed him. Nowhere for him to go with the basketball. If he would have stopped, it would have gotten back tapped. If he went up, it would have gotten swatted away. But in his gather, Cody Hoth had other plans. Fantastic transition defense by the Crocs.
Finlay for 3. It's good! Finlay with a trifecta! I'll steal a page out of your book there, Alvin. 30 seconds left to go in the second quarter. From the right side, Clark for three. And the rebound by Reynolds. Reynolds fouled and he puts it through with 20 seconds exactly left on the clock. 49-47. And now a chance at the three-point play to bring the lead of the Gunners back within one for the Claremont Crocs.
How about this game, Jesse? I did not think we're going to see such fantastic display of offense and defense by both of these teams. We've expected it from Claremont. However, with the Gunners coming off of back-to-back wins versus the Pride, it's difficult to go from a team like the Pride, with all due respect, to a team like the Crocs, and they've handled this very well.
Cornelius Reynolds with 11 points. Shot clock is off. If the Gunners so choose, they get the last shot of the second quarter. 49-48. Thomas inside on long. His second chance tip-in is good. 7.2 seconds. Still left on the clock. 3 seconds left to go. Long, right side. Clark lets it go in time. Boom! Tied up at 51 as the second quarter comes to an end. Keep it tuned here. It's our FBA Sunday game of the week. It's the final game of the day. All three games have been close at the half, and this one is no exception, so you're not going to want to miss what we have next. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications. An idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Fries and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese. To go!
Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Booyah burgers were great. Booyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data in sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Booyah burgers, fries, and shakes, Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
One more half of action here in our FBA Sunday triple header. This is our Sunday night game of the week. Alvin, Jesse, Mark, everybody on hand who's been helping out all day. We've seen some wicked, crazy basketball so far, and this game lives up to all of that hype. 51-51, it's a tie ball game. Alvin, what do the coaches say at the half?
To start with, Coach Maxi Luna was very unimpressed with his team's defensive showing thus far. He believes that they could do a lot better, giving them a lot of bunnies and a lot of easy second chance points. And on that first possession, where they got 4 possession, he felt like he would control.
Watson fouled and he made the shot.
And that's another one right there. You see Watson get all the way to the teeth of the defense, make a point-blank shot, and with the contacts. That's definitely not characteristic of the Crocs. He thinks that they have to do a little bit of soul searching, and they came out a little bit flat in this game. Have to figure out a way to win the money quarter and ultimately win the game. And on the other end, for the Gunners, they love how they're playing. Obviously, they believe they're playing fantastic defense, and they're just got to do the intangibles. That's boxing out, and that's limiting the turnovers. And on his side, he believes Reggie Lowe is the key to victory. If he can continue to do what he's done in the first quarter, they believe that will be the straw that will break the camel's back.
A 3 hit there by Clark, and they were missing him last week. He was on the bench, but he seems to be good to go this week. Mercer Jr. one right back.
Sheesh. That man is a bad man.
He's got 20 points. Another rebound by Jalen Williams. Or excuse me, Kay Hudson. Haven't seen him in a sec. 56-54. The Gunners have the lead by 2. 3 hit by Ashley Thomas. It's a 3-point firing show on the floor right now.
Wow, the Gunners are shooting. No pun intended from beyond the arc.
59-54 the score. Reynolds off balance, and Kay Hudson the rebound. Mercer Jr. right side, up with the right hand, fouled.
The way he elevates in transition, really just in general, he can flat out rise. Right there you see him elevating and able to manipulate the ball in the air, drawing the late foul call by the officiating crew. Fantastic job by Darren Mercer, an absolute bucket getter.
So Mercer Jr., a Warner University Royal. His season will be coming up in a few months. Senior year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love to hear that. Definitely knows how to play the game of basketball the right way. Points very efficiently. He shoots very well. Moves very well. Has great lift to him. But then the part that gets me is his IQ. He knows how to move without the basketball and get in passing lanes. And defensively, he's very stout as well, getting about 1.5 steals per game. So a true all-around player. 61-54 game. Catch and shoot from Cody Hoff. Hudson the rebound. Also, I'm pretty sure after that second free throw, Mercer Jr. didn't even watch it go in. He just turned around and ran back. Yeah, free throw. That's a charity shot. For a guy like him, that's money. Love how he wears number 81. Like, he got the Kobe shoes, Mamba with the snake on them, the snake edition, and then he wears 81. That's just cold-blooded.
3 on the way and hit by Cornelius Reynolds.
Cornelius Reynolds is someone who they're going to need to step up big time for him. He's a superstar for this Croc team. This is a good matchup.
Mercer Jr. blocked by Reynolds, fouled out beyond the arc.
Do not want to foul a three-point shooter. But you you got to give Cornelius Reynolds credit. You have to close out hard against a guy like Daryl Mercer Jr. He's one of those guys where you got to say first name, last name, and suffix. I feel like you got to say the whole shebang.
Who?
Daryl Mercer Jr. You have to just rattle it off, get used to it. He gets buckets, so you got to say it a lot.
I mean, you can if you want.
I'll say Mercer Jr. and it just doesn't do it for me. Now if I say Daryl, it's incomplete. Like I feel like I have more to say.
So you're a firsty lasty with Daryl Mercer Jr.
Definitely, and suffix. You can't just say Daryl Mercer.
I think the two people I'm mainly a firsty lasty with, as Reynolds misses that one off the front, I think I'm a firsty lasty with Kenny Long and Johnny Germain for the Winter Park Store. Mercer Jr. misses that one short. Heat checked.
Heat check, airmail. I need those Kobe's with the snake skin. Yeah,
That
Kenny
ball
Long
goes
is
out.
definitely a firsty lasty. You can't just say Long. That's just
Kenny Long. It just rolls off the tongue. It's clear. To the point. Crisp. Inside. Reynolds fouled and he made the shot.
Cornelius Reynolds is coming alive in the money quarter, getting aggressive and getting his shots to fall.
64 to 59. 8:59 to play in the third quarter.
Love how he plays the game of basketball. He plays inside out, but he can knock down the tray ball as well, and he gets a lot of his extra chance points off of his own boards. And just please do not put him on an island, because defensively he is an absolute demon.
He's averaging a double-double this season. Top 10 scorer in the FBA.
With 2 steals per game to back, so one of those guys who are just all around.
Finlay into Hudson, knocked around by Toyloy. Out off the Crocs last.
These two teams are very similar in their identity. Defense first and runouts. Really played a majority of their role offensively, defensively. That's how they play the game. And these two teams clashing head to head has just been fun to watch.
Thomas for 3. Off the backside of the rim, Malik Watson a rebound, immediate putback. Off Tampa last.
Picking them up at 3/4 court. Love to see it.
Up top, Cornelius Reynolds. It bounced off the face of Kay Hudson.
Look at that.
And a turnover. Clark the steal. Clark for 3. He couldn't make it. 64 to 60. Malik Watson inside. And the Crocs pull down the rebound. The Claremont Crocs shooting 25% from beyond the arc this season. There's another turnover. Mercer Jr. to Finlay. Finlay, a bullet to Malik Watson, who puts it through. The lead up to 6 for the Gunners.
That's just a good job, just staying with it. It seemed a little bit sloppy for a quick little second. Malik Watson able to turn that into a good bucket.
And Kenny Long on the other side.
That's how you answer back. Kenny Long is another bucket getter for this Croc team.
Leading scorer is Cornelius Reynolds with 17 points. Thomas for 3. Fight for the rebound, brought down by Toyloy. Kenny Long switches directions. The Euro step up with the right hand. It's a made shot and a foul drawn. Cornelius Reynolds cooking inside.
Man, European two-step with the Fuego shoes. Sheesh. Cornelius Reynolds has come alive. That's a 2nd and 1 opportunity in the 3rd.
Reynolds for a chance to convert the 3-point play. He does. It bounced around a little bit, but now the Crocs only trail by 1. So, an interesting pointer, Alvin. The last time that these two teams played each other, the Claremont Crocs absolutely destroyed the Gunners 153 to 89. Wow. But change in this game a little bit as Dylan King gets his first 2 points of the game.
But think about it. And the difference between the roster on these two sides is just pure offense.
Mo Williams left elbow.
For the Gunners, you have Daryl Mercer Jr., you have Finlay, you have Ashley playing a different type of a game, so a completely different team.
Mercer Jr. just off to the right side on that one. Underneath, Reynolds couldn't make that shot. Cody Hoth the rebound. Hoth tangled up. And the officials are going to get together to talk about it. It could be a jump ball, it could be a foul.
It looks like it might have been a foul just because he had the jump ball, but he was wrapped around him, so he had to have reached over in order to get that jump ball. So we'll see what they come up with, though.
Wow. So it's a jump ball. Hoth against Dylan King.
It actually might be a good jump ball.
Hoth's got some bounce to him too.
Definitely. Look at the calf on him.
And Dylan King won that one.
Pretty easily at that.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
We hyped him up for no reason.
But a turnover.
So the real victor was the Crocs.
All right, your guy this game, Daniel Luna, is back in. Toyloy getting room and rolls around and not in. Hoth will catch the ball and shoot it and hope put it through. And now the lead back to the Claremont Crocs.
Nice tip for tat game. Let's see how many change of lead we'll get in this third quarter.
Finlay.
Oh my.
With some handles inside, flips it up, and he's fouled.
Oh man. Finlay, you forget how deceptive his dribble is until you get him on that wing and let him just work. Right there, working Montel Williams, getting all the way to the rack, and getting a nice call.
So you're not going to mention Finlay's shoes?
Oh, Finlay's shoes. That is a sight to remember. I'm thinking, my mind was all over the place trying to see what they're going to do, who they're taking out with Reggie Lowe, because supposedly he's the key based on Coach Gonzalez. His game plan, Reggie Lowe is the key to this game, so seeing who he was going to take out. But that does not leave Finlay's shoes to be unrecognized. Nice Nikes on them. I want to say those are Kobe's, but I'm not too sure. Those could be the ADs. But man, nice grip on them. Got the plastic sides. Oh my goodness.
You're the most ridiculous person I've ever met.
But look
Finlay the rebound underneath, powering his way into the lane. And Cornelius Reynolds pulls down the rebound before he is fouled by Malik Watson.
Those got to be Kobe's. The way he's playing this basketball game, hustling all over the court. Didn't get the finish, but man.
We're all tied up at 69 with 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
This is a game. Knotted up at 69. Wow.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Middle school me would have been going crazy right now.
I know. But professional you is going even more crazy. No, I'm playing.
No, yeah, this is a great game.
Yeah,
who would have thought?
Fantastic game.
4 and 6 versus 7 and 3. Records don't matter, but this even more so in this game.
Yep. Inside King on Toyloy. No good.
Oh,
Toyloy the rebound. That's a manly rebound.
He eats 45 pounds for breakfast and drinks raw eggs. That's the only way There's no way you get that big just eating regular food.
Toyloy double teamed on the floor, and a travel by Toyloy.
Steve Toyloy is one of those guys. He could play in the NFL. Like, he could be a defensive end. He could play different leagues. That is a big man, Jesse. That's a big dude.
Hey, Alvin, is he big?
Nah, actually, so I think he needs to hit the gym a little bit. His arms are looking a little scrawny, actually. I don't think he's that strong. I think Mark Fedora King could really just outbench him. Yeah, definitely. I think he needs to add another meal to his diet.
I mean, Toilet could bench him.
No, look at those arms. Those are toothpicks for arms. I think he needs to hire Jerry as his.
I mean, Jerry, on the other hand, could probably bench Toyloy.
That's a given. That's a given.
9 times out of 10.
Steve, if you're hearing this, Jesse told me all beef is with Jesse O, not me. I take no responsibility for what I just said.
For what you just said, okay. Absolutely, Alvin. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Tied up at 69 still. Reggie Lowe, the step back. Reynolds, the rebound.
They have numbers.
Reynolds, left side, up top. Mo Williams. Luna was open right. He passes left. And there's a guy who can make it with the best of them. Reynolds for 3 is good.
Reynolds, a true superstar for this team, shooting at about 35% from beyond the arc. An absolute dynamic player.
Shot made on the inside there.
Finlay getting all the way to the rack once again.
Finlay is a sight to behold. 72-71. Crocs by 1. Safe from going out of bounds by Luna, but right to Malik Watson. Mercer Jr. inside up with the right hand. It's good.
That's a good bucket right there. You got Cornelius Reynolds coming down, running that down. You know he could get that off the glass. Throw your body into him. Get that easy finish on the left. Daryl Mercer Jr. having himself a game.
Mercer Jr. with 26 points. The second closest person, Alvin, is Reggie Lowe with 11.
And he's efficient. That's the best part. He's efficient with his buckets. He doesn't shoot up ill-advised points. He gets it in transition like that. He gets threes that he knows he can knock down. High percentage. Daryl Mercer Jr. is a complete package offensively.
3:20 left to go in the third quarter.
And I love this matchup with them in the post. Daniel Luna, Daryl Mercer Jr.
If Tampa wins this game, they jump ahead of the Winter Park Storm in the standings for 5th place.
Wow. And that changes everything. They are fighting tooth and nail to get themselves a chance at this playoff berth.
Tampa on a 3-game win streak. Mercer Jr. 74-72. Reynolds, left side. He'll spin, he'll put it up. Here comes Mercer Jr. Full speed the other direction. Low catch and shoot. Turner the rebound on the baseline. He'll pass left that to the outlet. That's Cornelius Reynolds. Right side, extra pass. Back to Clark. Spinning in down low. Turner puts it through.
Great two-man game right there. Clark realizing he had the advantage, throwing that down to Turner, and Turner with a nice grab and an even better finish.
We're tied up at 74. Richardson to the left, now over right. Bounce pass up top. Mercer Jr. going right. Pulls up from the right elbow. It's good! Mercer Jr. shaking his head. No one can guard him. He's got 29.
Nobody can guard that, man. That was great defense, but an even better shot. He's tapping into Mamba mentality.
King the block. Mercer Jr. the other direction. He'll go in on Luna. Shot waved off.
Wow. Daryl Mercer Jr. is a sight to behold offensively. That is real basketball art right there. Watching him play the game. That was, he was doubled on that jump shot. That was a double team. 4 sets of hands right there. Bottom of the net for Daryl Mercer Jr. Bottom of the net. Absolute wizardry. And on the other end, Dylan King getting a nice block to send him right back to the line, giving them more buckets. This is going to be a tough battle for the Crocs.
A minute 44 left to go in the money quarter. Mercer Jr. at the line. And he makes the second one. A minute 40 left to go in the third. Right side, Clark the fadeaway. It's good!
That's a nice leaner by Clark, getting to his spot and knocking down shots.
Minute 25 left in Alvin's money quarter. Matt Richardson spinning around the traffic in on Kenny Long, back out to Reggie Lowe, gets past Luna, steps back, throws it up from the left elbow, and the rebound by Reynolds. So here's Kenny Long in on Mercer Jr., tries to shoo him off, gets a screen, throws it up from the right. Off the Gunners last. (78-76), under a minute to play in the third. This one's going to come down to the fourth quarter too.
Definitely
3 games in a row where it came down to the fourth quarter. Unbelievable.
What a day of games it's been.
Up top, Long catch and shoot. Turner the rebound. Turner fouled as he went up a second time. And he'll get to shoot 2.
So aggressive on that block. Right there getting rewarded with the call.
The first one is good. Turner with 5 points. The FSCJ Blue Wave averaging 8 points per game, 6 rebounds. Second one is good as well. Tied back up at 78 with 46 seconds to play. Third quarter, winding down as Reggie Lowe drives through traffic up with the right hand from the left side. It's good.
Love to see Reggie Lowe slicing and dicing. That's when he's at his best.
Clark will do the same thing other side, fades away, and couldn't bank it in. Turner the rebound, and a jump ball between Matt Richardson and Turner.
I wonder who's going to win this one.
I'm not a betting man. I don't gamble. But if I did, I'd put everything I have on Turner.
You put everything you had? All your Jer Bear Academy tuition?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot of cheese.
I know.
It's a lot of cheddar.
But you learn a lot, so it's worth the price of admission.
It is worth a lot. It's worth it. We're still utilizing the knowledge we learned.
Turner wins that one. Now in the right corner, out of bounds. So the Tampa Gunners get the ball back, up by 2.
Wow, 24 seconds left in this third quarter, AKA the money quarter. Let's see what the Tampa Gunners would do.
20 seconds. Richardson up top, guarded by Long, trying to create some room. Looking left, 13 seconds on the shot clock, a 1 second difference. Malik Watson couldn't make the layup. Shot clock is off. Game clock is at 6. Kenny Long, other direction. Stolen away by Matt Richardson. Richardson ahead to Lowe. Lowe throws it up, and it doesn't bounce in. A 2-point game going into the fourth quarter. 80-78 is the score. 12 more minutes of basketball left in our day. What will happen, Alvin? Well, we're going to find out in just a sec. So keep it tuned here. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauly Wealth Management.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications. Start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Burgers, fries, and shakes, Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
It's a 2-point ball game as we go into the fourth quarter. 80-78 is the score, the final quarter of action in our FBA Sunday triple header today. Malik Watson with the ball, left side. A lot of energy on the Crocs bench. Not much on the Gunners bench right now. Richardson inside, and Dylan King getting through traffic right by Toyloy.
Phenomenal job moving the basketball around. Everyone got a piece of it. Oh my!
Long broke away from Richardson, pulls up. That one just bounces out. Watson now going the other direction. Richardson, the pass ahead. Coffey setting his feet left corner for 3. It bounces in! What a bounce for Mike Coffey, who has his first 3 points of the ball game.
The shooter's touch. That one went way off the front rim and nicely dropped in.
Inside, Toyloy foul when he made the shot.
Just too big. He is just too big. Dylan King tried, but he is outweighed by about 75 pounds and 2 inches. And he saw every bit of those 75 pounds on that last play. Yeah, I taught Steve Toyloy everything he does.
Do you think Steve Toyloy eats his meat first or drinks his milk first?
I think he probably eats the 45-pound plate, and then he eats the meat, then he drinks his milk, and then he follows that with like a 25-pound dumbbell, and he eats that as well. That it just doesn't make sense.
Toyloy getting to play with Brandon Moss in Chile, Universidad de Concepcion. Coffey up top, off the mark. 5-point game, 10:45 left to go. Toyloy going down with the right hand.
Just so efficient. So efficient.
85-82, 10.5 minutes to play in the fourth. It's a 3-point game. Malik Watson, a pump fake right. Low. Going right, the bounce pass to the left. And King recovers, timeout taken. by the Tampa Gunners. It's a 3-point game. 10 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the fourth. Ten minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. A 3-point game, 85 to 82. The inbound from Coffey from the left side of the basket, knocked away by Cody Hoth, and that is a shot clock violation, Alvin.
Great job by Claremont getting the first shot clock violation of the day. And it's just, that's what their identity is. That's what they have to get back to. Forcing turnovers.
Ball tapped out. Interesting thing, Tampa Gunners are missing one of their best three-point shooters in Ensign Garcia, the big man who shoots 38% from beyond the arc, and a foul down low.
Ensign Garcia has a very deceptive dribble. He's a lot quicker than he's perceived to be. A real vet for this Gunner team. They will miss him dearly.
Kenny Long from the line. No good. Crucial free throws.
This game, free throws are going to mean a lot more than they usually mean. Both of these teams have similar identities, but the Gunners shoot the free throw about 11% better than the Crocs do, 75% to 64%. So the Crocs are fighting an uphill battle in this one.
Long misses that one, the rebound by Long. Reynolds into Toyloy, and Toyloy traveled.
That hurts. Unforced turnovers, getting on the block, guys hustling back, and that's what worked. Getting back there, making him hesitate, shuffle his feet a little bit.
Under 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Claremont coming off a win over the Florida Flight, 137 to 105. The Tampa Gunners coming off a 96 to 76 win. Richardson up top. Now going left, the bounce pass into the corner, Lowe. No good, that one was off the mark. Reggie Lowe last game, 8 points, 2 of 9 from beyond the arc, 3 rebounds. Clark off to the right side on that one. And it goes out, so another loose ball that goes out for the Crocs. As time keeps winding down.
Time keeps ticking, ticking, ticking into the future.
Matt Richardson up top. Watson rolls to the left side. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Richardson to the left, out to Watson. Watson, Low, 2 seconds left. Low, dribbling baseline and another shot clock violation.
That was tough to watch, Jesse. Just for the simple fact that when they were driving and penetrating, it's like they didn't have an attack mindset. It was just kind of like, okay, let's drive, let's kick, let's drive, let's kick. But no one was really like trying to score the basketball. And Crocs did a great job of not letting them score the basketball.
Toiloi. And that goes out off of Tampa last.
Good job by Toiloi, but even better job by Dylan King, giving them another opportunity.
Long goes left off the Toiloi screen. Reynolds down low to Toiloi. Toiloi made the shot and drew the foul from Richardson.
Richardson, try as you might. 5'8", 165 pounds. Big boy Steve Toiloi, 6'9", 280, Jesse. 165 versus 280. Who do you have your bets on? A Ferrari or a Mack truck in a head-on collision?
I'll take the Ford F-350 truck. That one bounces in. We're all tied up at 85 with 8.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Costly foul. Mercer Jr. getting ready to check back in.
Steve Toiloi definitely filled up with diesel before coming into this game.
Low off balance. Toiloi the rebound. Here's Long, drilling through traffic, stolen away by Matt Richardson. Richardson against Toiloi, he'll pass to the right. Reggie Lowe for three, a swish through the net.
Beautiful, beautiful basketball. Matt Richardson picking the pocket of Kenny Long, pushing the pace. Reggie Lowe sinking into that corner and knocking down the tray ball.
Back to a three-point lead. Toiloi down low again, drew the foul for a chance to tie it back up. There is no way to stop the freight train.
That man is powered by diesel. Steve Toiloi is a menace on the block.
They called it on the floor.
Watching the replay of it, it seemed to have been on the floor, but it looked like it could have been a continuation. He would grab them, but he was in the upward motion. Definitely an interesting call to reverse it, because it was it initially called an and one? I thought it was initially an and one, Jesse.
Yeah, could have been. He made the shot.
Definitely looks like it could have been and one, and that's a huge play for the Crocs. That's the and one. Now you're giving yourself an opportunity, but right there.
And they inbound it right to Toiloi. And the shot does count. Is that correct? All right, we got confirmation. So Toiloi gets the 2 points, and now his team trails by one with 8 minutes exactly left to go in the fourth quarter.
This has been a game. Hard fought on both sides. Both teams with similar identities, duking it out for the game of the week.
An 88-87 ball game.
How many people do you think recognize that Back to the Future song from Space Jam?
Oh, wait, what? Where did that come
You said
from?
time keep on ticking into the future. How many people do you think realize that that was actually from the original Space Jam?
You're still thinking about that.
100%.
Mercer Jr. up with the right hand, kisses it off the glass, and it rolls in.
Giving him the stank look.
33 points for Mercer Jr. Lead back up to 3 for Tampa. Here's Steve Toiloy, who's been ice cold in this fourth quarter, and Dylan King fouls him.
Just a forearm shiver by Steve Toiloy. He is just too big and strong.
And he'll get shots for that because the Crocs are now in the bonus.
Finlay coming in, hopefully, to bang with the big fella. Steve Toiloy not doing too hot from the free throw line. And right on cue, hits the backboard first. But he does so well everywhere else in every other aspect of the game. It's just one of those things where you kind of accept it. Comes up empty.
Toiloy misses a couple. 7:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mercer Jr. going right. Down the lane, and he's fouled.
An attack mindset does so good of a job attacking seams, putting stress on the defense. Right there, once again, just attacking. And that's just his heart, his skill set, his skill level. Because he's a 3-level scorer. So you have to close out to him hard. He's just going to bang home trifectas all day. And then when you do that, he has the handle, he has the fortitude, the mental fortitude, the handle ability, and the footwork to get all the way to the lane. And if you don't, if you try to stop him there, he'll knock down the mid-range. A true 3-level scorer, Darren Mercer Jr. is.
Inbound to Lowe. Lowe guarded by Reynolds. Up top, Finlay. Now they'll put the rock in the hands of the guy who's been so solid for them since he came halfway through the season. Long three, boom!
It's just fun to watch that man play the game of basketball. Knocking down Jimmer range, Lillard range, Curry range, whatever range you want to talk about. But that boy is bona fide.
36 points for Mercer Jr. Clark fouled as he went up for the shot. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. His team trailing by 5. So the Gunners haven't relinquished this lead, Alvin, and they've just been kind of carrying it out minutes by minute. Time keeps ticking down. They're ahead.
And as it winds down, looking rank-wise, leaderboard-wise, the Claremont Crocs are the upper hand and the Tampa Gunners are the underdog. And typically when underdogs are, they stay just even in the game, it puts a lot of stress on the upper guys just because now you have to soul search a little bit. And the fact that they're leading right now and Daryl Mercer Jr. is playing how he's playing, it's just crazy to watch. You're going to start seeing this Claremont Crocs team start pulling out all the stops to find the way to victory.
Finlay. And a foul by Daniel Luna. Six and a half minutes left to go in the fourth.
A couple of the Gunners guys bonding over the lunatic aggression defensively.
Toiloy out to guard Mercer Jr. Mercer Jr. going underneath. And Watson kicked it out of bounds.
Steve Toiloy talking that talk. Letting them know he has some quick feet with the diesel. Put some rims on a Mack truck.
Williams to Toiloy and an offensive foul.
That's a great job by Finlay, putting his body on the line and getting the offensive foul.
.6:16 left to go, a 93-88 ball game. And it's Everything's trying to escape the rain. We're inside. You know, some of the bugs. I saw Alvin try to box a fly a couple seconds ago.
I was listening to a quote. It said, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." So I figured if I like thought of that and like had that playing in my mind, then I could like and get the fly.
I mean, it certainly seemed like you were kind of triggering your inner Mike Tyson.
Definitely, that's who I was. You know, final. I was trying to get that in.
Good. We love that for you, Alvin.
Hopefully it helps me catch this fly. This fly is doing a number on my sanity.
Mercer Jr. up with the flick right in front of the basket.
And Daryl Mercer Jr. is doing a number on the scoreboard and the stat sheet, just lighting it up. This has been a month to remember for him.
Out of bounds off of Finlay's foot last.
That's great help by Ashley Thomas, realizing that when Steve Toiloy is in the paint, there's really no one who can ISO him. So coming down to help, getting that one out.
The inbounds to Toiloy. Toiloy against Finlay. He'll take a few dribbles in, turns the corner, and the bank shot is good. There's no way to stop the ice-cold killer down low. He's a freight train.
There's nothing you can do. There really isn't. No one matches his physicality, his size, his IQ.
Watson to Finlay. That one bounces in for Finlay. He's got 9 points.
It's winning time for the Gunners. They got to hold this lead for 5 more minutes. And for the Crocs, they got to find a way to go on a nice little run late.
97-90. Williams inside. It's good.
That's going to do it. Attacking the basket is going to be the name of the game for this Croc team.
5-point lead for the Gunners. Finlay to Watson. Watson stepping back. It's good on the other side. Watson with 10 points.
They are knocking down shots at a high clip. You guys do not want to lose this basketball game. They are new and improved, and they are not ready to lose.
Reynolds, one right back.
This is elite basketball on both ends of the court. We got guys knocking down mid-range jumpers with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Very confident coming down the stretch of this ball game.
Mercer Jr., the leading scorer, offensive foul.
That is huge. Going on a roll, both teams are heating up late in this game. Offensive call now, it is the Crocs who have a chance of breaking this and making it an even tighter of a contest. Wow, Jesse, this has really been a game to remember, living up to the Game of the Week hype. This is what you get when you tune in to the FBA.
I mean, I think either one of these games that we've seen today could be the FBA Game of the Week, but Montel Williams beyond the arc. The Crocs trail by 2.
What a shot for Montel Williams. Way to show up when they need you, buddy.
Williams averaging 15 points per game, left halfway through the season to play abroad. Now Mercer Jr. shooing off Kenny Long in the rebound by Malik Watson. Reggie Lowe a 3, and it's off to the left. A 27% shooting team for the Tampa Gunners, but they've been doing so good living inside the arc. Williams to the right. Will pump another 3. And the rebound. Tapped around to Toiloy. Toiloy double teamed. The Polar Express inside gets it to fall. We're tied up at 99.
He's just so strong. Kenny Long doing all he could to get him the ball, but doing a great job by the Gunners to just slap the ball around. But Steve Toiloy got at the end of the day, and you know what he does when he gets the basketball.
Long pushed Mercer Jr. there.
You got to.
That was clear.
You got to. I understand it. A guy like Daryl Mercer Jr., when he's rolling like that, he's hit a multitude of shots in that fashion. A nice rhythm dribble just turns around and knocks it down. Get him out of there. Let him know you're here.
Finlay up top. Tied up at 99. Who's going to be the first team to break 100? The next basket will. Finlay underneath, blocked by Toyloy.
That's a big
The
time.
Polar Express coming up big there.
Big time block by Steve Toyloy. Shuffling his feet. How about the freight train moving laterally?
The ice cold train.
Finlay, no slouch at all. Picking up the challenge, taking him down to get into the teeth of that defense, taking him all the way to the paint. Not afraid of the moment at all. Finlay has played himself a fantastic game.
The second leading scorer on the Tampa Gunners is Reggie Lowe, who has 16 points. Daryl Mercer Jr. has 38. Oh, wow.
If you're watching the same game I'm watching, it makes a lot of sense.
It makes
The
sense.
shots he's been hitting is just nothing short of phenomenal. He comes out here, he's a true talent on this Gunner team, a true superstar, and I believe he is a star that you should build your team around. I believe when he gets on the court, it's pretty easy to tell he's the most skilled. It's hands down. He gets out. The shots he makes on a daily basis is just ridiculous.
He's an
Absolutely
FBA
ridiculous.
All-Star.
100%.
He's an all-star.
The shots he hit in this corner right here, the shot he pulled right there, and when it's winning time, you see him step his level of play up. Just absolutely phenomenal. Can't talk enough good about him.
Even though he came into the season a little bit late, I'm sure he's going to get he's going to be on some FBA, all-FBA team this year.
100%.
Under 3 minutes to play. Mercer Jr. inside through the traffic. He can't be stopped, has 40.
He cannot be stopped. Pure Mamba mentality. He got the Kobe's on. He got his number. He's doing it all for them offensively. Give him the ball and get out the way.
Williams and Malik Watson the rebound. Foul on Toyloy coming down for the shot. 101-99. The first team to break 100 is the Tampa Gunners.
Malik Watson has been so aggressive on the boards. It puts you in a tough situation. Steve Toyloy getting a foul right there. Malik Watson's just so tenacious. That's what he brings to the table day in and day out.
Mercer Jr. up top to Finlay. Finlay against Toyloy. I love this matchup. He'll pull up over Toyloy. And Reynolds the rebound. Under 2 minutes now to play. Inside. Reggie Lowe will push it ahead. And a block down low by Long, and Malik Watson the putback.
Kenny Long has 2 blocks in this one. How about the effort by Reggie Lowe coming away with that steal on the inbound?
Here's the leading scorer in the ball game, and a timeout taken on the floor. And we'll take a immediate timeout. 1:38 to go. 103-99 is the score. It's all coming down to this. So stick with us until we return.
Unbelievable.
Final minute and 38 of basketball today. The Tampa Gunners have the possession. 5 team fouls on the Gunners, 4 on the Claremont Crocs.
This is winning time for both organizations. Who is going to make the big play for either team? We know what Daryl Mercer Jr. has done for his team. We know what Malik Watson has done. We know what Reggie Lowe can do. Now, who's going to make that play for the Claremont Crocs. We know about Steve Toilo. We know about Kenny Long. We know about Cornelius Reynolds. We know about Steve Toilo. So let's see what can be done.
Thomas right side. And he couldn't make the shot in on Kenny Long, and Toilo the rebound. Toilo with a double-double. He's nearing 20 rebounds this game as well. Montel Williams throws it right. Kenny Long down low. Cody Hoth checking in and couldn't bank it home. He gets his own rebound underneath to Toilo. They're going to call him for a travel.
That's tough. That's a very, very tough play for the Crocs. Less than 2 minutes left. It's a 2-possession game. You got to find a way to get points on the board and get defensive stops.
1:08 left to go. Good job by the officials of not letting this game get out of hand physically. These two teams do play very physically.
And they chirp, they talk, they play the game how it's supposed to be played. When you're competitive, you say things, you do things, but it's all in the name of the game in the sport.
Mercer, long one. Off the mark, final 45 seconds of regulation. Mo Williams on the far side, guarded by Finlay out beyond the arc. Will throw it in to Reynolds, and Reynolds going underneath, and he made the shot. It's back to a 2-point game.
Nice bucket by Reynolds.
Watson inbound. He throws it up to Thomas. Thomas, left side, low, steps in the corner for 3. And Cody Hoth the rebound, and a timeout taken by the Claremont Crocs. 23.6 seconds left to go. Wow, what a fourth quarter we're seeing here, Alvin. A lot of fun games here in the FBA so far. What are you thinking that the Crocs draw up here? Who do they give the ball to besides Steve Toilo, which, you know, I think that's a little bit more obvious at this point.
I think that's definitely who you give the ball to because it's the most obvious, but it's the most surefire way. He's 6'9". He outweighs everyone on the court by about 150 pounds. You give him the ball, you kind of get out of his way, but at the same time, you could still get up a pretty solid shot with Kenny, with Cornelius, really anyone who's on the court right now. You trust them with getting a shot because you still have a lot of time. But at the end of the day, you definitely want Steve Toilo to either get the board, put it back in, or something of that nature. You really can't go wrong if you're Claremont, as long as you get a good look.
Let's bring in our resident FBA analyst and, you know, chairman, owner, all-around good guy, Mark King. Mark, you're putting on the headset for us. A lot of good games so far.
Fantastic day for the FBA. This one, nothing to slouch. Absolutely incredible basketball. Although, I cannot believe Reggie shot that quick 3.
I can't either.
Right, it was a little bit early.
A little early. But if you look at the clock, it's 23 seconds left. You might have had them at 15 instead of 23. You pull it out, get a good one.
Yeah.
But that's why they're here. We're developing. We're learning how to play basketball a little bit better.
Definitely. Learning the IQ of the game and understanding situational basketball. That's really the key.
And Mark, we'll have you back on in 1 sec. Inside the foul. And that means free throws.
And Kenny Long leaves a little to be desired from the stripe, actually. Does a lot for them defensively. Puts in about 15 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and assists per game. 2.5 steals per game as well. But free throw line has not been his strong suit this season. But seems like he's going to come up for his team in the clutch. And that's just what you love to see. A guy, Kenny Long has 2 blocks in this game. How about that, Jesse? 2 blocks from one of the smallest guys on the court, playing a lot bigger than his size. And I feel like I say that a lot in the FBA. Guys really know how to play the game of basketball.
Long missed the second one. Steve Toilo the rebound. And a timeout taken by the Claremont Crocs. 19.6 seconds left to go. Mark, we'll bring you in here. What do you think the Crocs draw up? Is it a play to Steve Toilo?
You know, I'm not sure. it goes to Steve Toloy. I think they probably need to keep it in the hands of Kenny Long and maybe going to Cornelius. But, you know, if I'm the Gunners and knowing what Steve Toloy's free throw percentage is, if he gets the ball, I'm following.
Hack a Steve.
I'm following
Hack a
right
Steve.
I love Steve, but that's my point.
Because he did smoke 2 free throws off the backboard, ugly fashion, earlier in this fourth quarter. So definitely a sound call. And even if you go back, you go tit for tat here, you get the ball back again, you still have that opportunity to hack a Steve.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, Steve's going to get you. He's going to recover a good rebound if you miss. I go screen and roll with Steve Toloy, though, but I keep the ball out of his hands.
100%. That's a very great take by one of the most winningest coaches in FBA this season, getting a victory earlier on this day. It was the first exciting game we had in our trifecta, our triple header.
So now Reynolds to take the ball out. Inbound to Steve Toloy. Yep. And they'll foul Toloy. Coach, you were right.
Dead right. And that's the right call. And we're going to see if Steve earns his money for this Claremont Crocs team right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's winning time.
Alvin, you and I always talk about late game free throws. This is when it really, really, really matters. Your team trails by 1. You have 2 free throws to make with 17.4 on the game clock. At the end of the fourth quarter, it comes down to this. They're going to bring in Dylan King to rebound. Kyle Clark will come off the bench. Cody Hoth is in, and Kay Hudson they'll bring in to rebound as well. So a few substitutions, bringing in the big guys.
And they're putting the beef up top to box Steve Toloy out with Finlay. And wow, that is huge. This is what you dream of. Am I right, Coach King? When you're a kid, you have the free throws to win the game. Every hooper knows this is what you want. You want there to be no time on the clock. You got your free throw routine. Everyone's waiting for you to knock them down. And here's his chance.
The second one goes through. We're tied up at 103. And a timeout taken by the Tampa Gunners. 103 to 103. Steve Toloy now with 23 points. Gentlemen, what do we think the Tampa Gunners will drop here? Alvin, we'll start with you on this one.
It's, in my opinion, I think it's kind of easy. You space the court out. You have the ball in Daryl Mercer Jr.'s hand, and I would personally run a action rubbing off of Finlay, because I think Finlay and Mercer coming off, you have to get Steve Toloy out the paint. It makes it easier to work with, and Steve Toloy is going to guard Finlay, in my opinion. So you have to run a rub-off action or something of that nature with Daryl Mercer and Finlay.
Coach?
Well, if Steve Toloy's messed up with Finlay, I think we put the ball in Finlay's hands, go screen and roll maybe the left side, and bring Mercer off so that he can come off a screen, curl around as a shooter, and then slash, and he's going to get that layup. I think you have 2 things happening at the same time. You separate the defense so they can't focus on one. I really hope they do something and do 2 things at the same time, because I think that's going to give them their best chance to get this win.
Definitely. That's, oh man, love getting nuggets from Professor King, Professor Fedora King. Or better yet, Professor Bernie Fedora King.
The inbounds. Here's Thomas, 10 seconds left to go. Mercer Jr. going right, double team, pulls up. He missed that one. Toloy. And with 2 seconds left to go, we're all tied up at 103. Okay. Now I think I gotta ask the same question again. If you are the Claremont Crocs, gentlemen, what are we drawing up here, Coach? This has to go to Steve Toloy, right? You gotta get something going towards the basket. You have 2 seconds left.
No, you can't go to Steve. He's smoking these free throws. He goes to Steve Toloy, and they foul him, which they may do. I don't know. I don't know. I guess you could, but if I was coaching, I'd have Steve down low. I'd throw it right down low, right away, as quick as you can. But really, with 2.2 seconds left, I think you got to get a quick hitter. You got to have somebody coming out the out-of-bounds screen and get a shot right away. and hope for a quick rebound from Steve back in, but I think we're going to overtime, guys.
You think we're going overtime?
Yeah.
Alvin, what about you?
100% going to overtime. I don't think I genuinely do not believe they have a quick hitter in them right now. I would love to be shocked, but I think that's the best bet. You want to go to Steve Toiloy, but and hopefully he could get a free throw off and win a game-winning free throw, because you want someone who's going to draw a foul quick. Cornelius Reynolds has been solid for them, but I don't know if he can get that quick shot off. This is a situation where you want a Grant Gullett or a Anthony for the Mighty Oaks to come and knock down a crazy jumper.
I think their only salvation on this shot is maybe a Cody Hoth 3 in the corner, where somebody in the deep short corner.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to overtime, folks.
Here comes the inbound. Seemed like it was tapped away. And now they're going to talk about it. That could be critical.
Definitely not how Coach drew it up.
1.4 seconds left on the game clock.
Actually, Jesse, you know, Fidley hit a clutch shot to end a half in their last outing. So maybe you give it to Fidley knowing he has that rhythm, he has that DNA in him, and maybe give him a chance to ice the game.
They call it jump ball.
Oh, yeah, we're going to overtime.
We're going to overtime. I'm convinced now. We are going to overtime. Wow.
This has been the game we were all expecting it to be. Guys playing hard on both ends, knocking down tough shots. Guys really stepping into their own and really maturing as basketball talents.
So they're taking their time, making sure that this one is right. 103 to 103, 1.4 left to go. We're going presumably to overtime is what I've been told by the two fine gentlemen next to me. I still don't believe it. I think there's a game winner here to be had.
I would love a game winner, but 1.4 off of a tip. So that means now you corral the rebound off a tip and you got to turn and chuck it. So we'll need some divine intervention in this one.
Here we go. King. We're going overtime. 103 to 103 is the score. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back in just a second. Here is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Polywealth Management. We've now reached overtime. Overtime is immediately won by the Claremont Crocs. (103 to 103). Clock ticking down. Mercer Jr. takes the three. Boom! He hits the one with a swish from the outside.
So skilled and just drills a tray ball after a nice move to create separation.
Reynolds to the right. Now Hoth. And Finlay the rebound. 106, 103. Turnover. Long going the other direction. Long into Reynolds, and it's back to a one-point lead. Oh, Finlay's hurt. He's having trouble walking off the floor.
And that's not something you want to see. Really hope he's okay. And purely basketball-wise, that's a huge detriment for the Gunner offense and just the team as a whole. But for Finlay as a man, you just want to see him do better and heal up and get well soon.
Finlay's having trouble walking by himself. That's a scary sight if you're the Tampa Gunners, not just as a fan, but if you're one of his teammates or something. Oh man. One of the up-and-coming players in the FBA as well. 9 points today, but shoots efficiently from the floor. He's a leader. He also hits big shots when you need big shots to be hit.
Definitely, he's done that multiple times throughout the season. A late bloomer, came in this league a little late, but made his impact felt immediately.
Reggie Lowe up with the finger roll, it's good. 108, 105.
Great
down low, the good feed to Cody Hoth, and the lead back to 1.
It's a great pass by Clark.
Mercer Jr. lost it, and that's 8 seconds before getting across the half-court line. 108 to 107, 3:25 left to go.
That's a huge defensive stand by the Crocs. Down 1 in this overtime, extra time in this game. Now trying to push ahead any way they can.
Wow. What a crazy game this has been, Alvin.
Just from start to finish. Shots were fired immediately, and they just kept on going. Both teams playing stout defense, creating turnovers, and really pushing the envelope on offense.
Long up top, going right. No. And a turnover by the Crocs. Could be costly down the line. Timeout taken, 3:10 left to go in the 4th quarter. Claremont Crocs need to find something real quick to pull this lead ahead. 3:10 left to go in the extra quarter, overtime. 108 to 107 the score. Ashley Thomas up top. Gets a screen from Mercer Jr. going right. Comes to a halt. Back to Reggie Lowe. That's going to be left short. Good shot, Alvin?
I don't know about that one, to be honest with you.
Clark will pull up over Lowe. No good. And the big man with the rebound. Toyloy wrapped up and fouled.
That one's definitely on the ground. Good call. But I just don't know about that three-point shot because he hits. It's hit or miss. Sometimes he's hit and he's really hot, and you know those shots are falling. But when you're shooting contested threes from very deep, it's hard to call it a good shot. It's just acceptable when it goes in, but you can't really call it a good shot. Daryl Mercer Jr., if he's missing those shots, those are really bad shots if you miss. But once you make them, it's a wow moment.
Reynolds up with the left hand, and the lead back for the Crocs for the first time.
This is when you want to make your late push.
Going the other direction.
And you know, in my opinion, this is purely opinion, just based on the tide of this game, I would have the ball in Daryl Mercer Jr.'s hands.
Right.
Finlay's out of the game. I would have had it in Finlay or Daryl Mercer Jr.'s. And it's not in their hands, and both times it's not in his hands. It's a turnover.
Reynolds steps out. And Steve Toyloy throwing it down with the left hand.
That's a great bucket for the Crocs, giving him a nice little cushion, starting to run away with this lead, even though it's a one-possession game.
Lowe almost lost that one, but it's up to Ashley Thomas. Thomas steps back for three. And it's off the front. Toyloy, the push ahead. Reynolds up with the right hand, he missed it. That could be costly down the line. 1:45 to go in overtime. Right side, Lowe. Couldn't find his footing there. Now he finds it on that one, and he leaves it right. The rebound, Kay Hudson. Now Thomas, another three.
For a team that shoots about 27% from beyond the arc, that possession, we just witnessed a lot of tray balls fly. And early in the shot clock too, it's just, for me, it's mind-boggling because you can move the basketball around. You could get a great three-point shot. There's no problem with shooting a three, but so early in the shot clock without getting your guys involved, that's where it becomes tough.
And there's another turnover. Underneath, Toyloy, Hoth the rebound. Hoth tangled up and fouled.
It's a great job by Cody, being aggressive on that glass and getting the opportunity to knock down some free throws, some clutch free throws for his team late in this overtime quarter. And he's done a phenomenal job from the line thus far this season, averaging about 14.5 points per game, 7 rebounds. His stat line is pretty impressive. He's a star in his role, plays his role very well.
And Hoth putting that one through.
80% from the stripe. That's what you love to see. That's a guy, if you're the Crocs, you want him at the line getting aggressive.
53 seconds left in overtime. Right side, Matt Richardson up with the right hand. And Clark the rebound. The football throw ahead to Reynolds. Reynolds now throwing it down. That could be the dagger.
And he got another
He got a steal. Reynolds the other side. And a charge.
That's a great job.
Matt Richardson definitely set his feet.
That's a great job. But the Gunners have seemed to shy away from the hot hand of Daryl Mercer Jr. I just don't understand why they're not giving him the basketball in a crunch time situation. He is your leading scorer. He's done so the past 3 weeks. He's shown you who he is, and you're shying away from it. He has not touched the ball in this overtime possession.
Low off the top side of the backboard.
Daryl Mercer Jr. once again did not touch the basketball in that possession. He is your best player.
Hoth from the right elbow. That one's off. Toyloy. Reynolds for three. And a foul. That's a push.
I am just absolutely beyond myself. Daryl Mercer Jr. has willed this team thus far, and now when you're in overtime, when you need him the most, this is when you need your stars to shine. You don't give him the basketball. He should be touching the basketball every possession. You play through him. He's proven he can. His decision making is good. His IQ's there. His skill set is top notch, top tier. When you need him, you got to give him the basketball.
Yeah, he's going to make an All-FBA team this year.
But just hats off to this Croc team, doing everything they're supposed to do.
Williams way downtown. Reynolds the rebound. And that's going to be it for us here. Wow. What an unbelievable game. And all for naught for the Tampa Gunners. And now the Gunners drop to 4-7. They drop to 6th place in the FBA. Winter Park now in 5th. And the Gainesville Mighty Oaks move to 4th. Alvin, your player of the game in the 115-108 victory for the Claremont Crocs.
Wow, that's a tough one because I want to say Cornelius Reynolds, he had a fantastic game, but Steve Toyloy down the stretch in that 4th quarter was absolutely dynamic, doing it all. So I have to give my hat off and player of the game to Steve Toyloy.
Cornelius Reynolds ends up with 33 points. Steve Toyloy had 25 and 20 rebounds. So, you know, not a bad take there. Tampa, I mean, Daryl Mercer Jr., 43 points. An unbelievable effort by Mercer Jr., and you just hate to see Finlay get hurt. Him and Mercer Jr. have a tandem going, and I think that could work for them for a long time.
Definitely. I love what Malik Watson brings as well to this team, but I think definitely Mercer Jr. is the most skilled on this team. Finlay comes in, he throws his weight around correctly. He's a phenomenal player, a real generational talent. Malik Watson's motor, Matt Richardson's motor, just top notch. But definitely Daryl Mercer Jr., hats off to him. He's had a phenomenal season thus far.
Well, that'll pretty much do things here for us. For Alvin Delvain, for Mark King, for Brandon Parham, for Jelly King, and for everyone that has helped out with this broadcast today and every other weekend, I'm Jesse O, saying good night here from Orlando, Florida. Our final game of the day goes to the Claremont Crocs 115-108. They now have clinched a playoff berth. So the top 3 seeds in the playoffs have been clinched. It's the Claremont Crocs, St. Pete Tide, and the Florida Flight. Who will end up where in the top 3? We still do not know yet, but we'll find out in the next coming weeks. There's only 3 more weeks of regular season action. So you don't want to miss any of the future weekends because all of them will be coming down to the wire. 3 great games today and 4 more fantastic games on the way next weekend. So we will see you then. Good night.